Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Belcher.
And it's Miss Aston. We're flying in, no pun intended, with some cool information about adaptations.
Now, boys and girls, I know you remember all of our adaptations that we talked about when we were just studying our marine unit. So today we're going to talk about birds and their beaks.
So first we're going to fly in and give you some info on what adaptations actually are.
Remember that an adaptation is a characteristic that helps a plant or animal survive in its environment.
Bird beaks specifically have adapted for many things such as eating, defense, feeding their young, gathering nesting materials, building their nest, preening, scratching, and even attacking.
The size and shape of a beak is specific for the type of food that the bird gathers.
For example, cardinals have heavy, thick bills used to crack seeds, while those cute little hummingbirds have thin bills just to sip their nectar. We're going to focus on 4 awesome birds found in the state of Georgia. The first one we're going to look at is the great blue heron. Blue herons are awesome to see firsthand. They're a nice, large, grayish-white blue bird, and you can usually find them pretty much anywhere in Georgia, but specifically in the marsh areas and the wetlands. They have really long necks and very long legs, and they're known for eating fish, crustaceans such as little shrimp, and amphibians.
The second bird we're going to talk about today are ducks. Ducks can be found throughout the state of Georgia. Ducks come in a variety of colors, and the one that you see pictured here is a female mallard duck. The male mallard duck is often known by his beautiful green neck and head. They are very social and live in a variety of habitats. Ducks can also see very well underwater. They eat seeds, nuts, insects, and even small fish. If you want to learn more about ducks, click the link on the screen.
The spoonbill is an interesting bird. They are white and pinkish in color with beautiful feathers. You can find them in the coastal plains region and near the Savannah River in Georgia. They have a very unique beak. Kind of looks like a big serving spoon. They like marshy areas and eat things like minnows, which are tiny, tiny fish, small crustaceans like brine shrimp, insects, and bits of plants. If you want to learn more about those guys, check out the website at the bottom.
And lastly, but most certainly not least, we have our cardinal. Cardinals are beautiful. This is a male cardinal right here. He is red pretty much from head to toe. They are found throughout the state of Georgia, and they eat insects, grains, seeds, and fruit. If you want to learn more about cardinals, click this link right here on our screen.
Now, we've got a little bird beak adaptation experiment from you. Now, I know we're all kind of stuck at home and we don't have a lot of supplies, but hopefully these are things you could find lying around your house somewhere. So go ahead and be searching for these materials. A paper plate, doesn't matter what size.
A cup, I'm sure you have one in your mom's kitchen, but ask her first.
A pair of chopsticks or some skewers like your parents might use on the grill.
And if you don't have those 2 items, boys and girls, maybe 2 sticks that you find outside.
1 spoon, about the size you would eat your cereal with.
Clothespins, craft sticks.
Some rice if you've got it. If not, cut up a tiny something like a Capri Sun straw.
Macaroni noodles, or cut up a paper straw because, boys and girls, we don't want to be wasting our food right now.
And last but not least, some beans or some beads. So something of that size that you have lying around your house.
Now, here's the fun part. If you want to see Miss Belcher and Miss Aston doing this experiment from our outdoor science lab, you're going to have to click the link below or copy and paste it into your browser. Stay tuned.
Now, you're going to get a chance to become a bird. We just talked about 4 amazing Georgia birds, and each of them has a very unique beak. So you're going to get a chance to become our blue heron,
our duck,
the spoonbill,
and the cardinal.
So each of the items we told you to gather is making one of the beaks for your bird. So our blue heron has the chopstick skewer bill because remember their bill is really long and skinny.
And the craft sticks will represent your duck bill because it's flat and wide.
And your spoon we told you to go get, that's for our spoon bill.
And the clothespin, and it doesn't matter what size your clothespin is, will represent your cardinal bill because it is short and wide.
Now, all that other stuff we told you to gather, that's going to be your food.
Otherwise known as prey.
So you can choose whichever bird's beak you want to start with. You'll see in our video, we chose the blue heron chopsticks first, and then we tried to be a spoonbill. You can watch the video to see what happened with that.
Now, boys and girls, if you were at home, like we stated in our video, you would want to write down the number of prey each bill picked up. And you would want to take data to see which bird's beak has adapted for that specific prey.
So this little game is pretty simple. You're going to place the plate we ask you to get on one end of the room and choose what type of food or prey you want to put in there first. So you could start with rice, you could start with the string, the noodles, or the beans. And on the other side of the room, you're going to place your empty cup. Did you know that's your bird's stomach?
Ooh.
Who would have thought that? Grab a buddy because you need someone to time you as you're racing to get your bird's prey to their stomach using their beaks. Now that may sound easy, but if you watched our video, you'll see that it was a little bit tricky.
And as any good science teacher or any good little scientist, when you do something the first thing, you adapt it the second time. Ha ha ha. So boys and girls, Miss Aston and I did this outside. I would highly recommend maybe that you do this indoors because we did not anticipate the wind blowing.
So while you're doing your little race with getting your prey to your bird's stomach, here's an example of a data table that you can write down what's happening with each of your trials. So when you use those skewers or chopsticks, how many pieces of rice, aka small insects, were you able to catch? So you're going to write all your numbers down here for all of your attempts.
Yes, and then hopefully you'll be able to see why that particular species of bird eats that particular species of prey.
So remember, before you begin any experiment, it's always good to make a hypothesis.
Otherwise known as a prediction.
So see if you can figure out which bird will do best with which prey and how much of which prey each bird can catch. It's actually pretty interesting. We won't spoil it for you.
And lastly, before you ever do anything at home, please get the permission of your moms, your grandparents, or your aunts, because we definitely don't want you to get in trouble for going into their kitchen without permission. We miss you guys.
A lot.
A lot. Be kind to one another. Be kind to your parents.
Have some fun at home with these silly science things we're sending you. Make sure you're getting outside to get some vitamin D on these pretty sunny days. And give us a shout out. Our email addresses are below. We're sure your parents have an email, so ask them if you can send us something. We'll actually respond back to you. Or watch out for us on Dowell Instagram, the Dowell Twitter, or even on Facebook.
And don't forget our blogs. Each Miss Aston and myself have individual blogs, and you can comment. We post pictures, jokes, specific things like that you can always comment on so we can stay in touch.
Hope to see you soon.
Bye for now.